Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Bunganyi. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're still in New York City at the Grand Central Terminal, a building that is over 100 years old, iconic building. On this episode of Red Carpet, we have a Jordanian visual artist, a Nigerian American fashion designer speaks to us about his limited edition garments and a recap of the 94th Academy Awards in Los Angeles. And let's get on with the show.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
In a David versus Goliath story, the coming-of-age film Coda, a heart-rending story with only 3 Oscar nominations, beat Academy frontrunners in the Best Picture category. Meanwhile, the Western psychological drama The Power of the Dog, a seeming favorite with 12 Oscar nominations, took away 1 Oscar for Best Director. Coda, a feature film about a deaf family, won audiences' hearts and spread awareness on deaf culture. The film centers on Ruby, a 17-year-old, helping her deaf family communicate with the hearing world and keep the family business afloat. Ruby loves to sing and dreams of going off to college to study music. Her dream seems to clash with her love and duty toward her family. Coda gained traction among Academy voters as a landmark feature film on deaf representation. Also, for the first time since 1986, when deaf actress Marlee Matlin won an Oscar for Best Actress for her role in Children of a Lesser God, her co-star in Coda, Troy Kotsur, won the Oscar in the Supporting Actor category, the second deaf actor ever to win an Oscar. Will Smith received his first Academy Award in the Best Actor category for his performance in the sports drama King Richard as the tenacious Richard Williams, the father and tennis coach of iconic tennis players Venus and Serena Williams. In his acceptance speech, a tearful Smith called Richard Williams a fierce defender of his family. Smith appeared clearly shaken after his altercation with presenter Chris Rock when the latter insulted Smith's wife. Will Smith apologized to the Academy and to the nominees. Jessica Chastain received her first Oscar in the Best Actress category for her performance as American evangelist Tammy Faye Baker in the film drama The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Chastain also produced the film. In another first, Ariana DeBose took home the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. She is the first queer woman of color to win an acting Oscar. She is also the second Latina to win an Oscar.
Now, it is said that through adversity we find the strength that lies within us. Now, saying explains the story of Aida Murad, a self-taught Jordanian visual artist who describes herself as a spiritual artist. Now, just as she turned 20, she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, a deadly disease that semi-paralyzed her for almost 5 years. And that's when she turned to art and has since been exploring the connection between art and spirituality. Let's check out her story.
My mission with art is to help people feel seen, heard, and loved. Because I think I believe if we all felt seen, if we all felt heard and loved, we'd operate from love. And that sounds cheesy, but a lot of us are operating from fear. So I'm using my tool, which is my primary language, art, to unlock something in people. So I'm also an activator. So I get my combination of healing, coaching, and art together, and I create art. The way I got into art is because I used to be semi-paralyzed for 4.5 years. It happened all of a sudden. I was a senior in college, and then I just couldn't walk anymore, so I had to drop out. I ended up graduating with something much easier, but I turned to art because of a trauma.
Aida, who was initially hesitant to embrace the label of artist, has already had 13 exhibitions and sold out 8 collections of her art. She now helps people find their unique fingerprint through painting sessions in her studio. Now, usually when you think about a speakeasy, you're thinking about a bar hiding behind something really cool and unexpected. Frevo is cool and unexpected, but it's not a bar. It is one of those surprises you find only here in New York City.
We have a lot of people that come for completely different reasons, which is good. There's people coming because we have an artist exhibiting at a given time. There's people that come and what they really want to see is the secret door. There's people that come and they might make a commentary on the art, but they really like, I'm going to have a good tasting menu. The goal is to give the guest an experience in every sense, visual, taste, smell, even the music plays a part in the atmosphere. And we make a big effort to, be in all those details. And I think that's what makes the space unique, and New Yorkers reacted, very well to it. The gallery space, and it's a very intimate experience. And what we want to happen on that relationship in between us and the artist and eventually a curator is that the transaction has to be emotional. So they really have to want to work with the space, and we really, on our side, we really have to feel connected to their work. So for us, our only requirement is that it has to be organic. We were lucky enough to open 10 months prior to the pandemic, and that people were reacting very well. We were lucky enough to have a beautiful review from the New York Times. Since then, the restaurant has always been fully booked. We knew that, we had something worth fighting for. As you know, my business partner is Brazilian, I'm Portuguese, so we both speak Portuguese in different ways, with different accents. Frevo, when we were first discussing, Franco came up with it, and I had no idea in the time that it was also a dance in Brazil. There's also a name of a dance, but actually a dance. That name comes from the boil word because it looks like a boil the way they are dancing. The word in Portuguese, yes, you reverse the R, so it's a derivative of the boiling word. We agreed on Frevo at the end because there was the connection with boil, because it was a cooking term, and also because it kind of reflected what we wanted to do with the restaurant, something that is not stagnant.
As Black designers continue to gain recognition in the global fashion industry, a new wave of African culture is surfacing on the streets of Brooklyn, New York. One such figure is garment engineer Anthony Ogunlano, founder of an up-and-coming fashion brand called Muddaland.
Anthony Ogunlano, founder of the Motherland brand, is a garment engineer who constructs and reconstructs clothing into unique one-of-a-kind pieces. He's a self-taught fashion designer whose work has earned him collaborations with global brands such as Adidas and Champion. The Brooklyn-based fashion designer makes and sells his unique clothing in the Make Manifest creative hub and retail shop. He regards his clothes as wearable art.
I consider my work to be wearable art that will appreciate over time, especially because of the production. Because it's me, especially right now, because it's me sewing things myself, it's a lot of love and hands-on attention that goes into every piece. So yes, it's very limited as well. Like my clients and my customers are just special people to be able to like see what I do, appreciate it, and be able to purchase the limited quantity that I have. So definitely the value will go up. It's wearable art. It's definitely something that I put a lot of love into and a lot of attention to the detail. Every piece I make is limited. So yes, it's very collectible. There's people that want to purchase my items and can't. So that definitely makes it a hot commodity.
He offers a diverse selections of custom clothing, accessories, and even household furniture items. Many of Anthony's pieces are handmade from scratch, but he also reworks old clothing to make sustainable clothing.
This is an upcycle piece, this jacket here. I want to reduce my carbon footprint, so I'm trying to make some sustainable fashion. So I just added my little touches into it to make it what it is. Like I added this buckle, collar. This piece I deconstructed it and reconstructed it. But yes, like this jacket just here, this is a fully from scratch piece that I did. It's part of my collection from last fall.
Aisha is the owner, curator of Make Manifest, a vibrant co-creating space in the heart of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. At Make Manifest, Aisha curates a wide selection of good, both handmade in the shop and sourced from around the world and local makers. The variety of items in her store are what makes it unique, she says.
I think the collection of all the things makes it special, but just the energy and the vibration of the space makes it really special as well. It's not just my creations, but creations from different independent Black artisans are in this space, and also a collection of things from around the African continent, which brings in that extra like authenticity. So we're not only utilizing the textiles, but we're also bringing in like drums and masks and different things from the continent that really just adds to the authentic flavor of the space.
Now, Brooklyn is home to iconic New York attractions like Coney Island, the Brooklyn Bridge, and Prospect Park. It is also home of Alzarina, a Cape Verdean jewelry maker who was once recognized by the US Congress for preserving Cape Verde's culture here in the US.
Alzarina didn't always want to be a jewelry maker, but she fell in love with the Swarovski stones in Paris, where she was a maid for a lady who saw her potential and invited her to be a showroom model for Swarovski. She says her creativity brought her where she is now.
When I moved to New York, that's where I decided I wanted to start making jewelry because I loved it, and when I was in France, I did create some. And so actually, Daniel Swarovski gave me my first kit to start my own jewelry. As I started as a hobby, not for a business, and it did develop after.
Living in New York for 25 years, Alzarina still keeps Cape Verde culture in her work. She created the collection Cabo Verde Believe, where the focus is the bead of protection.
So that is my way to bring Cabo Verde to my creativity in incorporating the stone with fashion. So I don't just work with that bead, but I incorporate it with crystal. I make it in a way that is fun and fashionable, and you wear it, you don't just like feel like I'm protecting myself from evil eye. I'm wearing it because it's powerful, it makes me feel good, it's attract positive energy and things like that.
After making an accessory for Sharon Stone, Alzarina got her jewelry in Warner Brothers movies, but the jewelry maker says there's more to conquer in this concrete jungle, where they say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. For Alzarina, she didn't make it yet.
Yeah, I haven't made it yet. I have a long way to go. I have vision, I have dreams, I have determination.
And with that, we come to the end of our show today. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voanews.com. We are also on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube, where you can watch our videos. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.